Welcome to The Death of Miss Whitmore, written by Afonso Carvalho and Ryland Mason. A Detective Shepard Rogers locked room murder mystery. Hello, friends. Welcome to The Death of Miss Whitmore. In last week's chapter, the investigation takes hold, and the family and the housekeeper are interviewed and questioned. CSI leader Tyler Raymond has collected the evidence and continues to search for the hidden room. Chapter 9. The Station. Driving back to the station, Rogers checks his watch, pulls up to the curb and parks, gets out of the car, and enters Valley Perks and Treats, the best coffee house in town. "Good afternoon, Molly. Can I please get 2 extra-large caramel lattes?" Rogers asks. "Hi, Shepard. How's it going?" "I've had better days." 2 jumbo caramel lattes are coming right up," Molly replies, as she hurries away, moving quick like a barista ninja. It did not take her that long before she was back in front of the counter. "Thanks, Molly. Have a good day," Rogers replies, as he pays for his coffees and heads out the door. As Rogers returns to his car, he looks up at the sky. It looks like rain is on the way. He continues to the station. Pulling into the parking lot, he parks, gathers his stuff, including the coffee tray, and enters the station through the back door. He stopped at the clerk's office and placed one of the coffees on Sean's desk. "Good afternoon, Sean. I picked up a jumbo caramel latte for you on my way in," Rogers states. "Thanks, buddy. How did you know this is exactly what I needed?" Sean asked. I don't know. Maybe I'm psychic," Rogers replies with a little smile and a wink. He then walks away and heads upstairs. As he enters the second-floor squad room, he peeks into Captain Plant's empty office. Continuing to his desk, he pulls out his notebook and sits. He reviewed his notes, read and reread them, and sipped his coffee, trying to make head or tails of this whole case. He writes down some questions in his notebook. "Shepard, I didn't know you were back." "Hey, Captain. I just got back. I popped my head into your office, but it was empty. I had to go downstairs for a minute. What do you have for me?" "I'm still trying to figure it out. It's like something I've never seen before. Miss Whitmore was found dead in the study with a bullet hole in her head. According to Tyler and the CSI report, the door was bolted from the inside, and all the windows were locked and unmolested. But there was no gun found in the room. As far as I can tell, there are only 3 possibilities. 1, the door, which was bolted from the inside. 2, the 4 windows, which were locked and not tampered with, and the drapes covering the windows were fully intact. 3rd, the fireplace, which, according to Tyler, the flute is too small for anybody to climb in or out. So, Captain, I'm a little stumped right now. But it's early in the investigation." "That's interesting. I can understand why you're having trouble. Do you have any suspects?" "Well, I have 2 brothers and a sister-in-law. They all have motives and alibis. I'm having the tech team check out the video doorbell footage. And the older brother, John, states he was online most of the night. Tech is going to look into that also," Shepard states. "Anyone else look like a good suspect?" "The housekeeper, maybe. She was home then, in her room on the 3rd floor at the back of the house. But I don't see a motive there." "Well, keep on it. Where's Adams?" "He's still back at the house. He found the original blueprints. So he and Tyler are measuring the rooms in the east wing to see if there are any discrepancies in the room sizes. Maybe a hidden room or something." "That's a good idea. Was that your suggestion?" "No, Captain. That was all Adams' idea." That was good thinking. He's learning a lot from you. Thanks, Captain. I'll keep you posted. Let me know if you need any extra hands or other resources. Thanks, Captain. I will definitely let you know. As he continues jotting down questions and more questions, but no answers, he grows frustrated, knowing he's missing something. He'll have to wait and see what Adams and Tyler discover when they're done measuring the rooms. He wonders if he's looking at this whole thing the wrong way. He's been trying to figure out how to get out of a locked room. What if he's trying to get into the room or just be able to look into the room? He gets up from his desk, packs his notes and questions into his messenger bag, and heads to the captain's office. Hey, Captain, I'm heading home. I'm going to go straight to the crime scene in the morning. Okay, Rogers. Have a great evening. Rogers climbs down the stairs and heads for the exit, popping into the clerk's office and approaching Sean's desk. I'm heading home for the night, Sean. Oh, good night, Shepard. See you in the afternoon. Shepard exits the station and heads for his car, getting into it and pulling out of the parking lot. It starts to rain, and he thinks, well, I won't have to water the flowers. As he drives, his mind keeps returning to the case notes. There's something at the tip of his mind, but he can't seem to shake it loose. Shepard starts puttering around the kitchen, deciding what to have for dinner. Cereal, bagel and cream cheese, or frozen pizza. He preheats the oven. Pizza it is. Stuffed crust meat lovers pizza. He steps over to the French doors and looks into his garden, checking on his freshly planted hydrangeas. While waiting for the pizza, he brings his messenger bag into his office, unloads his notes, and rereads them. Beep, beep, beep. Moving back into the kitchen and removing the pizza from the oven, he lets it cool as he sets a place at the table. He takes a bite of his slice and notices the stuffed crust leaking cheese. An idea pops into his head. He needs to talk to Adams and see how much discrepancy there is in the room measurements. He returns to his office, sits, and writes down his theory. First, he texts Adams. Henry, I have an idea. I think I figured it out. Meet me at the crime scene at 9 a.m. Got it, boss. See you in the a.m., Henry replied. Rogers continues to write down his theory and now wonders. He ponders his thoughts for a while, then migrates back to the kitchen, brews himself a coffee, and starts to clean the kitchen. Once the dishes are in the machine, the counters are wiped, and the leftovers are in the refrigerator, he relaxes in the den and watches some TV. Sitting in the dark, with only the flicker of the screen to illuminate the room and the volume turned down low, Shepard puts his feet up, leans back, and closes his eyes. His brain is still running on high. He goes over the details slowly, making mental notes as he runs through his theory. 6 a.m., the sunlights barely break through the darkness, and the damn rooster alarm starts screaming. Shepard rolls over and swats at the snooze button. 5 more minutes, he said, and closed his eyes. After hitting the rooster 3 more times, he sits up and places his feet on the floor. After he showers and gets ready for the day, he heads down for some coffee and leftover pizza. A guilty pleasure for breakfast. He starts brewing a second cup of coffee and heads upstairs to finish getting ready and dressed for a new day. As he drives out to the crime scene, sipping his third coffee, he thinks of his idea and wonders if it's true. As he pulls up to the Whitmore Grange, he notices that Adams' car and another police car are already there, along with 2 officers guarding the house and grounds. Shepard exits the car, grabs his messenger bag and coffee, and climbs the stairs to the front door. "Good morning, officer. How are you today?" "Very well, thank you. Will you please sign in?" Rogers signs in, hands the clipboard back to the officer, and heads into the house. In next week's chapter, 43 inches are missing from the study, and hidden rooms are uncovered. Rogers starts thinking outside the box, discovering a secret door that leads into a small hidden room. Unable to access the second hidden room, they call Tyler Raymond for help. Don't forget to like, comment, and enjoy listening. Also, please check out more stories by Ryland Mason. You can check out Afonso's favorites, like A Haunting in Stratton and Jack Jameson, and many more excellent stories, including the latest book, Found on the High Seas, where chaos and a bad storm wreak havoc on board the ship.